He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another story time, and welcome to Sunshine. Let me go ahead and put the disclaimer in here because as a survivor, I know there will be people out here who will take this on as a challenge. This is not a challenge. This is not bragging rights. This is just my experience of what happened. And I name it this because once you hear in the story time, it will make sense of the title. I'm not saying that to brag or like I'm just no, because you have to make that very clear again as a survivor, because y'all think it's by clothes and all that other stuff. No, it's a mindset for some people. So I gotta put that out there. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Welcome back to Central Secrets. And welcome back to Devin, child. This is the last story time I think that deals with Devin. He may be mentioned in one of the story, but yeah, he may be mentioned in one of the story, but it won't be about him. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so let's get into it. So at this point in time, I had just gotten back up here. Like I had just gotten back in the city that I live in now. And well, no. The city that I live in now, I haven't lived here before during this time. I'm in a completely different city, but it's close. So anyway, I had just moved back. Let's just do that. I had just moved back. And at this point in time, he had saw my car. If you paid attention to that little situation, he had saw my car at Gifted's old apartment. And this was right before Gifted had started to move, because we were living with Gamer. So, and this is when I had started working at the billing office. This is I started working at the billing office Blues, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. 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 So I started working at the billing office Blues. And so this is when like I was bragging, like, that's my man, my man, my man. Unbeknownst to me, that informer knew him, and unbeknownst to me, that fit in had knew him. Like I had no idea. I didn't find out about them until me and Devin at this point in time, the 50,11,999 breakup. Real talk. Because it was always back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. And as I told y'all, if I ain't tired, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna give him a chance. And then I don't want to add another body. And the reason why this is in Central Secrets is because sometimes good cookie snatch, good eggplant will continue a cycle and keep you in a situation that you should have let go a long time ago. And then sometimes it don't even be about the intimate part. It don't even be about intimacy, because intimacy is not just exchanging of energy. Intimacy is definitely basically, as you say, you see into me, where like this person is maybe a good friend and they good conversation, or you feel safe around this person, or they understand you, etc., etc. But sometimes you realize like the intimate part of combining, giving yourself to each other, because it's YouTube and I gotta make it YouTube friendly. You know, you giving up the cook snatch, that make it kind of last longer, especially if he pays attention to you and he know what he's doing. So at this point in time, like Devin is pretty good at what he's doing. We enjoy each other. It ain't nothing. Let's just say we enjoy each other, but he ain't my top. Like he ain't the top running. He ain't the best I ever had. Best I ever had. At this point in time. At this point in time, it's somebody else that nobody even know about. That nobody even know about. Nobody even know that it even happened. Nobody even know that even went on. If they know, it's because they in his phone. Oh no, one person knew. One person knew. Wait. Two. Two people knew. Two people knew about that. No, I'm lying. Three. And only three people knew because he told somebody. I told people, but my people didn't say nothing. There was two people. And my people didn't say nothing. He told, and the reason why I knew he told because that person like couldn't keep it off their face, and I knew. And I was like, he was like, dang, you can keep a secret. Yes, I can. Why you can't? People don't even know about that man. I mean, they may do now. I don't know. And they just haven't said nothing, but they don't even know about that man. Oh, wait. Three people on my end. One on his end that I know of. Anyway, people don't even know about, oh no. Wait. I told more people than he knew. Hold on. Yeah. No, I told 4 people about him, but when I told a 4th person, we wasn't even, it was a long time ago. The 3rd person, we was trying to rekindle, and them 2 people knew when it happened. And he told 1 person. But my people, didn't talk like that. And he had no idea my people knew. So nobody even knew that even went on. That was like, keep it on the down low. We were consenting adults, though. Consenting adults. Put that out there. Consenting adults. Anyway, so I mean, it was good for what it was when it came down for me and Devin. Like, he was good, but he wasn't my top. And that's why you don't ask a lady that. And that's why a lot of times y'all try to make her, try to make a lady feel bad about her partners or whatever and try to act like she not supposed to want. I need a word, bruh. She not supposed to want that thigh out like y'all be wanting that thigh out. You know what I'm saying? We be wanting that thigh out, but y'all talk too much. Y'all talk too much. Y'all talk too much. And if we talking about it with our girls, it's girls that we trust. If we ain't talking about it, I'll speak for me. The only reason my girls knew is because they was dropping me out. They was dropping me out to accomplish said mission. That's how they would know. Other than that, they wouldn't have known. Now, if I'm doing it myself, they don't know. If it's good, I ain't telling you ish because I don't want you to try it because females, I don't put ish past nobody. I don't put nothing past nobody. Do you hear me? I don't put nothing past nobody. So if that thing is good and I don't want to share it, you don't know nothing. Nothing. If it ain't all that, I'll be like, girl, yeah. Anyway, so he was cool, but he was cool. He at this point in time, he was cool. He was cool. But it was more of like the attraction or whatever because we had been together off and on, back and forth, and I wasn't tired. So I was still dealing with him. So and at this point in time, he's trying to get his way back. And this was he had saw my car and I had told him because it's like, you know what I'm saying? And this was doing like I would take Ty to school, Ty would get a nap because we stayed an hour away from Ty's school, and I was using Gifty's address as Ty's address so he could go to school because that school was closer to my job. And then aftercare. So it was closer to my job because we lived an hour away. And my plan was to move to that city anyway, which I ended up doing. After I had saved enough money and after I got my taxes, we got our place. You know what I'm saying? So, so this is during the time right before I get my place. This is in that little, that situation where we rebuilding and trying to get stuff back together, right? All right. So, he had saw my car. And he was like, this is you because I was ignoring him because he was emailing me and I wasn't responding. I wasn't responding to it because it's like, boy, please. And I wasn't even paying, I wasn't even messing with nobody. Yeah, I wasn't even messing with nobody at the time because I don't like the overlap. I may test the water because you playing with me. because I don't know who you think you playing with, but I don't like the overlap. That's too much for me. I can't speak for all Capricorns, but it's too much. I don't like too many people. It's too busy. I need the, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's more than one person that's ringing my phone, I ain't sleeping with them. If I just need one old faithful. Oh, don't pay me no attention. Anyway, so yeah, so it's like at this point in time, like he had stopped my car and he was like, "That is you," and I'm ignoring him or whatever. And I'm like, what is it, Devin? What do you want? Like, why are we even playing? And at this point in time, like I had already talked to Informer. Yes. No. No. I hadn't talked to Informer yet because Informer didn't come until Gifted was getting ready to leave. And at this point in time, Gifted was still living in her apartment. So I hadn't talked to Informer yet. As I said, unbeknownst to me, Informer and Fidian was there. And this is at the point in time where he like, my man. He was working his way back. He wanted to be with me or whatever. Right before I moved into my own joint. So this was at the point in time where he was still working at that apartment complex, but he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I miss you. Let's talk about the baby. Let's talk about all of that stuff. Let's put everything out on the table. The baby, he liked using that phrase. Let's put everything out on the table. And I was like, what's the point? What's the reason? What's the reason? For what? Like, why are we going back and forth? Why are we doing this? Why are we even wasting our time? Like you don't want to be here. Let's let it be. And I'm the type of female that would try to use reverse psychology and be like, I'm not even in a space where I should even have a man. I'm not bringing nothing to the table. I'll have my own place. At this point in time, I have my own car, but it's like I don't even have my own place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm living with family members, and he's like, and so yeah, okay. So he was like, matter of fact, let me meet your family. What? Let me meet your friends. Let me meet your people. Like, you don't ever want to introduce me. And I hear this from every dude, and it's like, I'm not ashamed of nobody. My business is my business. That's just how I am. I never needed validation from people. I don't understand why y'all be like, this we talk, we together. What y'all think? I never needed that. Cause if I wanna talk, I'm gonna do it. Girl, don't do it. I did it. Like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I never needed validation for anything. Like, I listened to Nia, and I don't even know when this was. Was this after my mom died? I don't know. We was on the phone. I think this was like after my mom died. Or after something. Maybe this was after something had went viral or whatever. I don't know. But Nia was like, girl, you always been an undercover achiever. I've always did things in silence, and I just let stuff happen. Social media, I was thrown into it. I never aimed or plead like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I just post. I'm just me. That's it. When people ask, like, how do you? I just post. I'm just myself. Literally, that's it. That's it. A lot of things that y'all be like, I would never. You can't catch me. Baby, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna put my opinion out there. You ain't gotta like it. You ain't gotta agree with me, but I just post. And then it's like, oh, I'll never do that. And then when stuff start happening and stuff is flowing, then y'all try to do it. Just pose. Like, just be you. If you want to do it, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. We're in the social media age. Just do it. But don't feel like you have to break somebody else down to be up. That's crazy. But then again, that's just some of y'all character. You're just nasty. Anyway. So, yeah, I've never been that type of person where I feel like I need to be like, girl, this him. This him. You know you him. You should know you at my place. You know what I'm saying? You at my place. You flipping me every which way but loose. You flipping me like a pretzel, baby. I'm Auntie Annie's and you cinnamon. Like, what's the problem? Like, I don't understand why we need other people to be like, you know what I'm saying? What you think? Yeah, what you think? We vibing. Why do we need the peanut gallery to agree or disagree? And then a lot of times your peanut gallery be hating on you. But you know, I don't know nothing, so let me mind my business, which I be doing, which is a problem. But every time a dude, when I'm with a dude, he be like, you don't ever want to show me out. You don't ever want to show me out. You don't ever want to. And I be like, bro, that only thing that does is cause problems. Because here comes somebody from kindergarten. Like, oh, we used to date. He bought me a popsicle at ice cream time. He bought me like. But I tell you, it's like, girl, don't nobody be paying you no attention. And then it's like, okay, let me put this out here. And I literally did that one time with my little because it was like, that's all you talked about. I put you out there, and then nobody said nothing. Nobody liked the picture. And then here you go. Now you feeling some type of way because nobody liked it. Like they like all my pictures. And it's like, nah, you want to be out there. Here you go. Now what? But now people talking and speculating. So now every time I post, they thinking it's about you. And it's like, what we talking? What? Which is what I hate. Exactly. Because people be trying to put two and two together on my stuff. And it's like, 2 and 2 don't equal 4 on my page, boo. It don't. I'm just saying. You will have no clue. No clue. Because I can still be him and you will know. You will never know. I'm just saying. I don't. Anyway. Don't mind me. Anyway, so yeah, so that was his issue. And it's like, yeah, let me meet your friends. Let me meet your family. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you ashamed of me? And it was like, you gaslighting, reverse psychology. Hold on. Wait a minute. We not even together, partner. What we talking about? What we talking about meeting people? Because I've never met your people. I've never, all this back and forward, seesaw, merry-go-round, all of this. I've never met your daughter. That's fair. That's fair. Exactly. So what we talking about? Why are we even bringing that up? Why are we even bringing that up? Right. Like, had your kid, baby died. I've never met your daughter. And I didn't push the issue because I'm like that with my kid. Child. It's quite a few dudes who've never met my kid. Had them been in my condo. We done had a good little time if you've never seen a thread of my kid. What? Huh? Me, my kid? Why would you do that? Why would you think that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you met Ty, that should have told you you were extremely special. Ty, at this point in time, is not calling him dad yet, right? But Ty has been around him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ty has seen him in passing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ty maybe be in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Because I had gotten to the point where I'm meeting him. You know, I told y'all, like, we would sit and meet for an hour and sit and talk or whatever. And Ty would be in the back seat. So it's like you had seen, you know, Tyler had seen you. It wasn't like you had never seen him before, but to the point where Ty wanted to call him dad, we hadn't got to that point yet. Because Ty didn't start wanting to do that until I had moved in my apartment. And at this point in time, I'm living with Gamer. So now that, you know what I'm saying, like, you figured out that, oh, I'm back in the city. It's like, okay, yeah, like, let's establish this. Like, I'm serious about this. I really want to do this. I really want to do this. And I'm like, and he was like, no, I'm for real. Because mind you, when we had started hooking up, I was living with Gamer. And I would go out, and this is during the time when that Gamer would be like, where you going? Where you going? And I would be sneaking. Well, I won't necessarily be sneaking out, but I would be leaving the house in the middle of the night. He'd be like, where you going? And at the point, it sounded like me and Gamer had an insider because I was like, maintenance. He was like, maintenance. Gotcha. Be careful. So, because Gamer would be watching TV when I'm leaving out, like in the living room. So, and Ty would be asleep. And so he'd be like, you need me? I was like, Ty sleep, he good. Which once Ty is out, Ty is out. 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 So you good. And then I was coming back because I gotta go to work. Ty gotta go to school. I'm a mom first, bad bitch right after. Anyway, so yeah, so that was like how we had started before I had moved. And then, you know what I'm saying? It was like when I got back, I went back to Gamers to before I got my own place. So you see me and you trying to build this rapport or whatever, you trying to do whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, prove it. So this is when he would ride his motorcycle. He would follow me to Gamer's house, ride his motorcycle behind me. And this is during the time where I'm at the billing office. So it's like me and Erica are talking and Erica know about him. Erica actually met him. This is during the time when Erica actually meets him. But anyway, so this is during the time, like, before I give in, like, when he pulls up, when he finally shows up, like, and I'm introducing him to Gamer and his wife for the first time, because all Gamer know is maintenance. He's never seen him, never talked to him or whatever. This will be the first time that he meets Gamer. Hold on. Right. So this is upon the time when he's following me. So he's following me. So he planned a weekend. He was like, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to spend the night. I want to meet your family. I want to meet your family. I want to meet your friends. Like, I want us to literally, like, I want this. I want to work on this. Heard it before. But at this point in time, like, I'm not tired. So it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. And at this point in time, it's like, I can't even explain what it was for me to not be tired. To be totally honest. Like, looking back, I can't explain what it was for me not to be tired besides, like, comfortability. I don't want to add another body. I know what it is. I know what it is. Real talk. Because it wasn't like after Justin, which is our son that passed away, after Justin, it wasn't it was like a block was there because of how he handled it. And so I'm the type of person with, like, I tell people, especially people who are close to me, it's scary when it comes down, especially for survivors, because it's a switch for us. Or I can't say for everybody. For me, it's a switch. I can turn it on and off because I learned from my assaults. I learned from my predator how to be the predator, and also what I was doing to become the prey. So I know both point of views. Real talk. So it's like I can turn it on and off. So I can turn it on when I really like you, and then when I don't, I can turn this off, and it's like, okay, I just need something to do, or I just want to be touched. Y'all hear me say that? I just want to be touched, and why get a new body when I know what you can do? Type deal. When I'm tired, type situation. And so after Justin, it was like, and how he handled the situation, which was why he kept saying, like, I want to talk about the baby. I want to make that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to talk about the baby. And the first time that I talked about it, like, that story time was so choppy, which was in the random DM, which is why I was like, ooh, y'all, because I really did not process that at all. And that was my first time talking about it. And all the emotions came out. Even like, the story time about, I think, what did I name him? I left him. I don't even remember which one it was, but it was like, all of a sudden, like, I started crying because I was grieving the friendship between me and my little, yeah. Like, it's like, literally haven't really processed a lot of stuff. But most of the time I tell y'all, like, it's whatever. Push it to the back and keep going. Because why am I dwelling on this? That's not going to change anything, right? So I kind of just push it to the back Keep it going. So anyway, but love the raw emotion because that lets y'all know like I'm authentic and this issue is real. Like there's no need for me to come on here and lie about some issue. Anyway, so yeah, so he was really like putting it on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want this. And it's like, all right, it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. And so he was like, no, I really want to meet your family. And it's at this point in time, it's like, okay, yeah, like, okay, prove it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you prove it. Like, I'm gonna play along just like you gonna play along. And I'm gonna see how far you gonna go. And anybody like who has been intimate with me will let you know like they had to work for it. It wasn't no easy type situation. Because a lot of people like you get bits and pieces or you assuming and you on the outside looking in, you think it was like oh child, it wasn't no easy situation. And there's a rapport. And I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Because if I say that, then it'll be like a bragging thing, and I don't want to do like the bragging thing. I don't want to do like the bragging thing. Because as I said in my disclaimer, so for people that it don't click to, they would take it as a challenge. And I'm not. This is not for a challenge type situation. That's not what this is. This not that. For real talk, this not that. I don't do nothing that I had a true genuine friendship with. I don't do that. Like I don't do the bragging type. Like I'm not doing it for nah. You know what I'm saying? Like if you messed up the friendship, you messed up the friendship, you just gonna have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing it on no bragging type stuff. I was going to say something, but I'm not gonna say that because people will take it who watch my channel for info and all that other ish. They will take it like it's a bragging type thing, and it's not a bragging type thing. It's not. So I'm not even gonna say that. So anyway, at this point in time, like he want to prove himself, right? So I was like, oh, okay. So he's planning the weekend. He was like, so when we gonna meet up, we will meet up at Walmart. We will meet up at Walmart up the street from Gifted's apartment. We will meet up at Walmart. And he was like, we're going to meet up at Walmart where we normally meet up at. I'm going to show up. I'm going to put my stuff in your trunk and I'm going to follow you to your people house because I want to meet your people. So before we do that, before I confirm this weekend that we spending the weekend together, I want you to, tell your people or ask your people like it's okay for me to come and spend the weekend there. And I was like, you serious? And he was like, dead ass. Like I'm serious. Like I want this to work. Like I want to rebuild. Like I'm dead serious. And he had never, I guess for me, because he had never asked to meet my people and I've never asked to meet his daughter because I'm a mom. So it's like I don't be in a rush to let you meet my kids. So I didn't see him being in a rush for me to meet his kid. And at this point in time, it's like it kept being right at that 6-month mark. So it's like I'm not gonna be in and out that girl's life like you in and out my kid life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna do that to her. So let me chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't even pressuring it at all. Like literally, I was literally letting him leading it because how we had started, it was like a hookup situation. It was literally maintenance. And he was pulling the spill of, he was pouring on I done been hurt before. Don't take me serious. I done been hurt before. And I don't want to play no games. Like I've been hurt, and like I don't want to be hurt no more. So, and I was like, I'll just let you lead it. And again because I've been assaulted. I can turn that thing on and off, and at this point in time, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be all that. As long as you quiet, as long as I'm quiet, like you ain't doing no craziness. You're my little secret. You ain't gotta tell nobody, baby. You supposed to be hiding. You ain't gotta tell nobody. We good. You ain't gotta say nothing. Consenting adults. You ain't gotta say nothing. Right? And so he was like, well, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm letting you lead it. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting you lead it again because this your show. I'm just sitting in the I'm just sitting in the audience because at this point in time, you repeatedly, the 6 month mark, I've already caught on. So I pay attention to patterns, routines, things you say. I pay attention to that. So it's like, oh, okay. Or if I tell you no and you're no longer doing the things that you was doing previous, after I said no to a request or certain things, it's like, so I was right. And I just go on about my business. And that's not just with people I'm intimate with or dating. That's friendships, family members, everything. Like, I pay attention. I be putting together, and I be like, oh, okay. My business minding me. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, I just let it be. Like, why would I confront you to change something when you are clearly showing me what it is? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're showing me what it is. Which is why I try to emphasize, like, on my kid. And I was like, you fantasize so much stuff that instead of paying attention to what's right in front of you or making what's right in front of you happen. Because, like, when we first moved into the extended stay, he had the homeboy, which is called Envy, was using that. Like, oh, you in a hotel. And I was like, bruh, he in a house with his family and he don't even want to be there. He depressed. And I was like, you letting him use that against you? Confused. Everybody who come into my unit. We just had a new regional manager that came through, that do inspection, that inspect the building. She was like, what is that smell? She was like, oh my God, what is that? What is that? Everybody who come into my unit be like, your unit smells so good. One of my vlogs, you meet, when I meet my new neighbor, it's a dog. That dog loved me from day one. Love it. He come and he sniff my room too. Wherever you are, you make it your own. Like, huh? And you don't pay, like, you got to pay attention to people who really want to vibe with you. Like, it has to be a certain aesthetic or a certain look for me to come chill out with you. It's crazy. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna let you lead it or whatever. And so I asked Gamer, and he was like, Gamer and his wife. I asked both of them because I was like, he want to meet y'all. And so his wife was like, is this maintenance man? Because we all would talk, like, literally we would sit up, talk, sometimes talk, drink, eat, playing video games, playing cards, having a good time. And we actually was calling it family time. Even when I moved out, we would make time, like playing family time and hang out, do whatever, like literally. It was get-togethers. And so she was like, is this a maintenance man? I was like, yeah, that's him. And so she was like, why? Because she knew about the back and forth, and she knew about every 6 months, here we come. I don't know if she knew about Justin or not. I don't know if I told them or not. I ain't even gonna front. I don't know if I told them or not. But I do remember her like, why? Girl, why, Angel? Why? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe I'm just not tired yet. I don't know. I was like, but he want to plan it and I want to see what it is. I want to see where it go. And so she was like, you know what? Me too. Me too. She an Aquarius, child. She an Aquarius. So, and she was like, me too. I want to see where it go. I want to see where it go to. I don't blame her. Like, I wanted to be entertained, and she was willing to be in the audience with me. Hell, at this point in time, Gamer was just like, whatever. And he, like, you know what I'm saying? He's protected, but he was willing, like, I won't say he was willing to see the show. It was more like, I'm just here for the ride, you know? Anyway, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, and at this point in time, like, I had told Erica, and so Erica was like, well, bring my baby to me and I'll get the baby. And I was like, you don't need to get the baby. She was like, I was like, girl, you don't need to get the baby. Like, it's cool. It's cool. Right? And so she was like, I was like, nah, let Ty be there. And I was like, because I want to see if he's serious. I want to see if he's serious. And so she was like, okay. And so she was like, well, let me know how it goes. Because Erica would have little phrases for each dude that I would be dating. I love my friend. Anyway, so she would have like little phrases or whatever. So I hit him up and I was like, okay, so my family say it's cool. Like, they want to meet you. They like kind of anticipating you showing up. I said, well, in all actuality, they kind of anticipating that you're going to reschedule. And so he was like, dang, like that? And I was like, I mean, patterns. And so he was like, okay, I understand that. He was like, no, like I'm for real, like I'm coming out there, we gonna meet at Walmart, I'm gonna follow you, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna meet your family. So I was like, all right. And so he was like, so it's on, I'll see you Friday. So Friday, like coming up to Friday, like I'm thinking, like I'm waiting for the text message, like it's not gonna happen. Something came up. I can't make it, babe. I'm sorry. You know, like the usual. Like I'm waiting for the fallout. And that my little yeah used to say, he was like, why you always think it's gonna be something negative? I truly believe I already knew it was gonna be something negative, and you would switch it because I would call it out. But anyway. So I just used to let you say it and be like, oh, okay. Because most of the time when I'm saying, oh, okay, it's because I knew what it was. So he was like, okay, so I see you Friday. So I'm waiting for the fallout. And then it's like Thursday came, text showed up, and I'm thinking before I open it, like, here it comes. So I opened it and he was like, so we still on for tomorrow? I was like, yeah. And so he was like, what time you get off again? 5. Okay, so I'm gonna meet you at Walmart at 5:30. I was like, you're serious? And he was like, yeah, I'm serious. I want to meet your family. See you tomorrow. Now we had been chatting and talking, but he hadn't mentioned nothing about the weekend, so I was waiting for the fallout, because you know how they do, like they chat and talk, and then when it's coming up to the time for them to, show up, it's like, oh man, listen. You won't believe what happened. Anyway. So Friday comes and I show up at Walmart and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, so we will be sitting here for an hour. Cause as I told y'all before, him wanting to work it out and before Justin passing away, it was like, I would be sitting there for an hour. My kid is sitting there, my kid is hungry, like I'm waiting on you, and you will finally show up. And then that one particular time you showed up early, you know what I'm saying? Like on time. So we're meeting at 5:30. So I get off at 5. Literally by the time I go get Ty, I will be pulling in Walmart like right at 5:30. Y'all, when I pull in at Walmart, he's already there. He's already there. He's already there. So I pull up. He's already there. And he was like, hey, baby. And he was like, and I was like, hey. And so he was like, oh, you ain't expect me to be here. And I was like, yeah. And so he was like, well, we got to go by my job, because I left basically like my bags there. Because he was like, I wasn't going to bring like my bags here, like carrying my bags on my, on my back to Walmart. So we got to go, to my job. Is that going to mess up, like, you getting to your people? And I was like, no, actually, that's, the way that I go, which it was. And so he was like, oh, okay. So we went back, which was Gifted's apartment, but of course he's maintenance. So he had keys or whatever. So he got his stuff, put it in my car, in my trunk, and followed me to Gamer's house, where we getting ready to leave to go to Gamer's house. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. Everybody wants to rule the world. Why am I so greasy? I did skincare yesterday. Ayer. In the process of taking my hair out. Look. It's time to redo the hair. Let's get into it.